family. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I greet you all. I hope you had a beautiful Sunday. And if you did not, you still have time to go and have fun with your family. Because come on, it's Sunday. It's a day to have fun. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, I welcome you. Welcome to the family. This is my YouTube channel, Relentless Voice. Here we say the truth, here we encourage, here we put outside things that destroy relationships, marriage, spiritual life, divorce and everything. So you are welcome. Please do subscribe, share, comment and like. And yes, if you want me to say your story on my channel, you're welcome to DM me, and then I will read your message on my channel. But we don't say names, we just read the message to encourage others and help them correct the mistakes. So once again, my families, welcome, and it's a talk time. Today I have interesting topic. These are things that we all ignore in our relationship, and at the end of the day it end up destroying it because we thought it's a normal thing, we could fix it, we could work on it, but still we're human beings. If things, like they say, if you let bad things stay for too long, they destroys you, right? So here I'm gonna talk about 10 red flags we ignore in a relationship, and at the end of the day it end up turning into a disaster. Yeah, so most of people get breakups or they even divorce because of these 10 red flags. If you ignore them in a relationship, you go into your marriage, you take them to a marriage, trust me, you always call your marriage hell on earth, because these 10 red flags are the main reasons why most of relationships don't work. So stay tuned, watch until the end. Okay, here we go. So the first one is, well, lack of communication. I know, right? Very easy, right? You've heard a lot about it. Lack of communication. Well, I believe that at the beginning of a relationship, you should have a real, healthy, open communication. You know, you should have a real, healthy, open, and honest communication. Because if your partner avoid thoughts or talk communications, it shuts down your emotions. I don't know about others. Me, that's how I am. You know, if you want to communicate or if you want to connect with me properly, you need to be a good communicator. You need to communicate properly. You know, I need to understand what you want. Don't confuse emotions and your needs, you know. And then at the end of the day, I expect you to just know how I feel. At the same time, I have to know how you feel. So that's where good communication skills benefit you, because you understand each other, right? So this is one of the red flag we ignore. Sometimes we use silence as peace. Come on, you cannot say she's always silent, she's a peaceful person, or he's always silent, he likes his space. Come on, you call me your lover, right? You said I'm your heart, you said I'm your heartbeat. Why are you silent in my presence? So that is lack of communication, all right? So the second one is controlling behavior. Yeah, especially boyfriends, controlling behavior. Men, you know, you want to control your girl. Where is she going? What's she wearing? Is she traditional? Is she that? Sometimes it's best to allow person express he or she how he or she feels. because that would also help you to learn more about that person. It doesn't make sense when you keep questioning your person, the person that called that you love, but you keep questioning them about their whereabouts, what they're dressing, who they are with. It's not good. That is a controlling behavior, right? So especially these days, we we are all doing this. Phones. Want to check the text message? Who are you communicating with? Who are you chatting with? That is putting your partner in jail. Allow her or she express herself. If she need help or he need help, it's gonna come to you or she's gonna come to you. So that controlling behavior, some of them they call it love. Oh, he loves me so much, that's why he wants to know where I am. Come on, that's not love, that's controlling behavior. He's insecure or she is insecure. So don't ignore that, because if you take it to your marriage, you guys will be fighting every day, because that controlling behavior doesn't end, it continues. So be careful. Allow your love or your lover to express their freedom, and that will bring respect to you too as well. While you not embarrass yourself, trying to control people that are grown up enough to make their own decisions. So the third one, dismissive. I hate this one. I'm coming to you with a question, I'm coming to you with concern, and you just dismiss me. Oh, let's talk about this later. That's disrespect. I take it as disrespect, because why are you saying we will take it later when you are not currently busy? So it always brings arguments, and sometimes you are talking to someone. Let me take out my glasses so you can see me properly. You're talking to someone and the person just roll their eyes, like whatever, that's disrespect, and girls will do that a lot. It's very bad. Ignoring your feelings or your partner's feelings, it's not good. It feels like you're dismissing them, and for me, you make me feel unimportant. I feel like you don't value me. I feel like I mean nothing to you. I feel like my voice is not loud enough for you to understand me, So let's stop that dismissive behavior, because it can give birth to something else. A lot of people break up for that, right? And the fourth one is love bombing. This one, this one is happening a lot, and really, honestly, it's heartbreaking. You come to someone with intense affections, gifts, promises. Come on, taking them out on a date. You're so romantic. You tend to know anything and everything they love and like, and suddenly, boom, you're nowhere to be found. You go quiet. You create emotional barriers. You distance yourself. You're no longer calling her or him in the morning like good morning, good evening. You're not giving her that love you gave her at the beginning. You see, this bombing thing, this love bombing has to stop, because it's heartbreaking and it's happening a lot. Well, if you've sensed something wrong with me, why not coming to me and tell me, instead of you dismissing yourself and distance yourself and go quiet suddenly and make me look like crazy, like I'm hallucinating, So this behavior is not good. Some people, they're like, oh no, he's busy, he's here, his schedule is busy, and that's why he went quiet. Probably he'll come back, and definitely after weeks or 2 weeks, he or she will come back. Hello, beautiful. Come on. That's love bombing. It's heartbreaking. It's crazy. It makes you feel useless. It makes you feel like you're wasting your time. So that is another fourth red flag that you don't have to ignore in your relationship. So we're gonna go on the fifth one, is lack of accountability. So you mess up with someone, is hard. You make promises, you do not fulfill them. Instead of you coming and say sorry and at least show actions that you are changing and improving in your behaviors, you just say, oh well, other girls value me, other girls want me, you don't know how many girls can kill for me. Well, then why not go and be with those that can kill for you, instead of wasting somebody's daughter or somebody's son time? At least hold accountability of your actions. Accept that you've made your mistakes, and then change, show some improvement. If your partner always blames others or plays the victim or avoids apologizing, well, they may be lack of the emotional maturity, because sometimes you have to be mature enough to accept the mistakes and apologize. It's simple. I'm sorry, babe, this is what happened, and we move on, instead of you saying, oh, it was this, oh, it was that, oh, it was because of this, oh. Please don't ignore this red flag. If you are dating someone, the person is behaving like that, you will feel like a fool for the rest of your life. I'm sorry to say. Another one is gaslighting. Yeah, gaslighting. This is a psychological manipulation that makes you doubt your memory. Feelings and sanity. I know sometimes you feel like you're going crazy. Yeah, you're like, okay, I'll give an example of someone I used to date. So whenever he do something, he's gonna come to me and say he need deliverance. Instead of taking, and say, I'm sorry, I did this and I promise to change, he's gonna say, come on, I'm losing my mind, I'm going crazy, I think it's not me, I need deliverance. But why are you not doing it to other people? You're not doing it to your family members, you're not doing it to your sister, you're just doing it to me, and you're saying you need deliverance? So gaslighting is crazy. Don't ignore this red flag. I got tired, so you might get tired too. So never. Sometimes they're like, I've never said this, I'm not the one that said this. They make you go crazy. You're talking to someone just said something a few minutes ago, and they change their mind immediately and be like, I'm not the one that said this, it's not me, I think I'm going crazy, I need deliverance. Come on, please. Yeah, you're grown up enough to know what you've said. So hold yourself accountability and ask forgiveness. Don't confuse or control other people's emotions. Please, come on. So sometimes it's crazy. So don't ignore this. Second, or sometimes it happens a lot and people ignores it. Yeah, babe, I did not do this. It was not me. It's a mistake. Something's not right somewhere. My brother or my sister, something's right somewhere. You are the problem here and you need to work on yourself. So the seventh is inconsistency behavior. Yeah, that one is more like love bombing. You promise someone to take the person out, instead of telling that person, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna show up, you just go quiet until I or she or he has to remind you, when are you coming, how far? That's how far. Wait, I hate it so much. So sometimes one day they are obsessed with you, the next day the distance, or they're cold. They don't know you anymore, you don't exist in their world. This emotional chorus keeps you anxious and consistently seeking reassurance, especially with women. You know, if your man is not consistency, it makes you doubt them. It makes you doubt their love for you. It makes you doubt their feelings. It makes you feel like they don't know you, like they don't know what they want. You know, you go 1 week, 2 weeks, you're not talking to someone, you call your lover. What are you doing? What are you busy doing? You know, I'm supposed to be on your mind in the morning and in the evening. You know? Okay, so that inconsistency behavior has to stop, especially men of 2025. Yeah, you guys have to stop. All right. Another one is jealousy. Yeah, it's jealousy. Some people, they discuss jealousy with love. You know, they hide it some way and they tend to say, I'm jealous for you because I love you. I'm sure you've heard about that a lot. You know, they say they see you with someone and they ask you so much questions, and when you ask them why are you so insecure, why are you this and that, they'll tell you, well, it's because I love you, that's why I'm jealous. Be careful, be careful. My ex almost fought my supervisor because he thought that I was dating him. It's crazy, right? You're coming from work with your co-worker and your supervisor, and someone just bumped in there and started insulting people. This is my wife, stay away from my girlfriend. Please, that jealousy is not acceptable. You will embarrass yourself, and not just yourself, you end up embarrassing your partner as well. You know, I had to quit the job because I couldn't see myself going to work after my ex has already insulted, you know, my colleagues and my managers and my supervisor. It was so embarrassing, so I quit the job. So you see, that's the consequences of jealousy. So don't try to call it love. It's insecurity and it has to stop. So check out those red flags in your relationship. So we go on the 9th. So this one is your partner not respecting your boundaries. Yes, you know, if your partner pushes you to do things you are not comfortable with, emotional or physical or spiritual or sexual, that is a serious red flag. I know there are some girls that don't want to have sex during their relationship and they want to do it after marriage, but your boyfriend keep insisting, I want to know you, I want to see you before I marry you, I want to taste you. Are you a car? Are you a car? So that person or that boyfriend is not respecting your boundaries, and it's high time you recognize that red flag and move on with your life. That is something you've set for yourself, that you don't want to do this until marriage, but your boyfriend is not respecting that. Please move on. Or if you break those things for him, then it's a red flag. Get ready to break a lot of your rules for him, because it keeps coming. It comes more and more. It never stops, right? And trust me, if they don't feel guilty for doing that, my friend, you are in trouble. Look for that red flag, because it feels like a punishment. Imagine you don't go clubbing and he's like, let's go clubbing with my friends. That is disrespecting your boundaries, right? So be careful. We move on. Number 10, which is the last one, isolation from friends and families. You know, he wants you to stay away from certain girls, or she wants you to stay away from certain boys. That's insecurity. That is an abuse. I take it as an abuse. Why? Because it often happens, and trying to isolate someone from their friends or their family, it's called controlling. Yes, if they make you feel guilty for spending time with others, or consistently trying to make you feel bad for spending time with your loved ones, I don't know. I really don't know. Please check out that isolation thing and correct it, because if you continue, I'm sorry to tell you, it's gonna be beating you in the house, and you won't have anybody to call because he has already put fear in you and made you isolate yourself from your loved ones and your family members, especially these girls that are married when their family don't want them to marry certain man or certain girl. That man will marry you or that girl, and by the time you guys are together in the house, they'll make sure that you stay away from all your family members so they can abuse you properly. They can punch you very well, and when they do that, you not have anybody to cry, to call and say, hi, this is what I'm going through. And a lot of people are dying in their marriages because of that. So please look for that red flag and avoid it. If you see your boyfriend or your girlfriend is manipulating you and telling you from staying away from your best friends or your girlfriends or your family members, it's a red flag. Stay away because you will regret later. So that's all I had today. I hope you heard me. I hope you're gonna do something about it. And thank you so much for being with me from the start to the end of this video. And once again, go have fun. It's Sunday. Go and refuel, refresh your mind. Get ready for Monday. I know nobody likes Monday. So once again, see you next week. And I hope that you guys will subscribe, comment, share, because I want to bring more every Sunday as promised. All right. Ciao, ciao.